The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests. What's going on, my Go Squad? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast Live. This is episode number 350. Today's date for the record books is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. We are live as always on YouTube, so if you're out there in the live chat, go ahead and say something. We don't know that you're out there if you don't. If you're watching this in replay or listening to the podcasts, we invite you to come and join the madness on every Tuesday night at 7 Central on the live stream. Join the fun live chat that goes on out there. But more importantly, if you're out there and you do have questions or comments, utilize the comment section below and let us know how bad we are and how ugly we are and what kind of morons we are. We know this already, but we love hearing feedback from you. If you are listening to this on podcast form, please rate, review, and share. That will help the algorithms. If you want to text into the show, yes, you can text into the show. Utilize the Ghost Tactical Hotline presented by our good friends over at Wilder Tactical. That number is 530-364-4678. And go check out our good friends over at wildertactical.com. They have all the best gear out there. They've got the best probably war/duty belt/ whatever you want to call them belts out there. They've got first aid kits. They've got all the accessories, everything, mag pouches, everything you need to be a tactical operator. Go check out wildertactical.com. If you're a veteran, really anybody, but especially if you're a veteran and you're in that hole, you're in the darkness and you're looking for some light, call me, text me, email me 24/7. I cannot give you medical advice, but I might be able to walk you through some stuff. More importantly, I can be there to listen to whatever you need to be listened to. More importantly, if you are looking for someone that can get you towards some help, remember two things. One, you are not alone in this fight. You have a lot of brothers out here that are willing and able to help you in any way possible. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please, utilize the Veteran Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255. Veterans, press the number 1. We are spotlighting, as always, United States Marine Corps. If you have any questions on what it takes to earn the title of United States Marine, see the website marines.com. And as always, we are proud members of the Self-Defense Radio Network and the Firearms Radio Network. Go check out all your favorite pro gun, pro 2A podcasts over at selfdefenseradio.net and firearmsradio.net. Let's get this off of my ugly mug and say hello to the merry band of morons for tonight. I'm going to start with Kyle from, I don't know about OPSEC and all that. I don't know if you're allowed to, but
Spencer, Iowa.
Spencer, Iowa. So he is outside the wire, if you will. He is at locations outside in the wild. Look at that. What's going on from Anderson Manufacturing? We got our good friend Kyle. What's up, homie?
Not much, brother. Hey, thanks for having me on as always, man. It's
always, man, especially on location, via satellite,
Yep. Beaming in from satellite. I called up Elon. I was like, hey, dude, let me bum one of your satellites. He said, hell yeah. So here I am, dude.
It's like anything for you. I don't know if you are wanting to or able to, but if you are able to, I would love for you to take a few minutes and talk about what you're doing out there, because it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, so I'm out here with an organization called Hunting with Heroes. They don't have a website necessarily, but they wanted me to direct everybody to facebook.com/Hunting with Heroes. It's the one in Iowa, not the one in one of the Dakotas. But no, I'm out here in Iowa, and basically we're going track to track for a 3-race circuit starting tomorrow in Spencer. And then we're going to Algona, Iowa for Thursday's race. And then Saturday's like the culminating event in Boone, Iowa for Saturday's dirt track race, and they've got sport mod,
Nice.
sprint cars, but it's all on dirt track, as you can see. I've never been to one of these races, so I do not know what to expect.
Dirt tracks, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're gonna enjoy dirt tracks. They're fun. They're fun.
Yeah, they're putting us up in the pits. So
hell yeah.
I hope I get to see some like behind the scenes racing beef, dude. That's what I'm hoping to catch up on. But no, out here for a great cause. All the proceeds go to veterans and supporting veterans getting in the outdoors and hunting. So if anybody knows anything about me or has a veteran friend, that is a way a lot of veterans kind of find their peace. Just being out in the great outdoors, and hopefully you get something. If not, it's being out in the great outdoors with other veterans who are going through the same thing. So just honored to have this opportunity to support these guys and, be out here shoulder to shoulder with some other veterans and getting this thing put together, man. It's pretty cool. They're unveiling the cars tomorrow, so I'm excited
awesome.
for that.
I put the link out to the Facebook page out in the chat. So if anyone's out there want to check into that, maybe even donate some of your money. More importantly, I'm sure they would love volunteers for different events. If you've got time to donate as well, that would be wonderful as well. I know that you're out of the shop right now, but anything going on in Anderson that, leading up to goals, you guys are probably pretty busy right now.
Yeah, we just got our show booth shipped out to the pre-staging area or whatever it's called, John. But yeah, excited for goals, and hopefully by Friday we're gonna have a new Trump engraved low receiver. So be on the lookout for that. A pretty iconic engraving, just to give you a little sneak peek of what it is. So fight, baby.
Fight, baby. Yeah. I'm really, really excited for you. I know that you've been looking forward to this trip for a while, and I'm glad that you're able to make that trip. And are you making it as you, or is Anderson involved in this, or is this just a Kyle thing?
Normally, Anderson, typically in the past, has been involved in this. This year, I had some vacation on the book, so I was like, yeah.
Absolutely. So. Awesome. Well, thank you for doing that. I know that it means a great deal to a lot of people out there. And like I said, the Facebook, if you guys are out there in the chat and you want to check out Hunting with Heroes, the Facebook link is out in the live chat. I put it out there. Go check them out. Let them know that Kyle sent you, and that'll be wonderful. Like I said, anything you guys can do to help, whether it's monetarily or just time, or hell, just sharing it, sharing that link to everyone else might be a good thing. Yeah, what's up?
One thing I wanted to add too, I know not everybody's going to be in the Iowa area, but if you can make it out to one of these races, they're giving every veteran a gift package that includes $20 worth of gift cards. I don't know. I don't want to spoil the surprise. A lot of cool swag in there. And then you instantly get paired up with a driver. And if your driver wins one of these races, you got a chance to win a Henry Golden Boy, bottle of bourbon from S&B Farms that's down here local in Iowa. And I cannot remember what the third place prize is, but lots of opportunities for veterans to get out here and kind of get involved. And man, if you're in the Iowa area, come on out, guys. Two
things. One, I didn't think that anyone lived in Iowa, so how could anyone be in Iowa? So
it is beautiful out here. I'll say that. It is beautiful.
And two, no self-respecting Kentuckian calls bourbon from another state bourbon. I thought bourbon had to come from Kentucky. I'm just saying. That's what I've always heard.
S&B gets a pass, all right? I got to talk to the owner one-on-one, and they did their homework. They visited in Kentucky, went through the bourbon trail. They know everything that needs to go into bourbon, so S&B does get a pass.
So they're doing it right. Okay, they're doing it the Kentucky way. How about that?
They're doing it the Kentucky way. Yes, sir.
That's good. Awesome having you, bro. Thanks for coming in. I'm just happy that you're here and taking time out of your day to join us. But we'll talk a little bit more about Hunting with Heroes in a little bit. Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see. It's a Ginger, my lord, and a flatbed Ford. From the Gun Owners of America and Fully Loaded Reviews, we have John, the Ginger Soulless Bastard. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
What's
Special
up?
team, special players.
Special cues?
Tuesday.
Yeah, there you go. Golly.
There you go.
It's been an eventful week to 10 days in the world. Anything going on with the 2A Tuesday on that front?
There's so much going on. Well, let's see. We had last week, we had the Trump thing, and then we had Biden dropping out of the race, which is a historical thing in itself. We've got so many cases and lawsuits and everything going on. I just can't even wrap my head around everything. So it's been crazy the last 2 weeks, to say the least.
It's going to get crazier the next few months. Let's just be honest about that. So, yeah.
So, but we are officially 3 weeks out from goals. Very excited about that. Okay, so listen, I've been so focused on goals, I can't even remember what else is going on in the 2A space because it's been goals every day, all day. So
I'm just saying, if you guys don't have if you watch, if you are even aware of soccer or football for most of the world, there is a Mexican soccer announcer that every time a goal goes, goal! If you don't have that blaring all over the convention center, something's wrong.
Well, maybe I'll have to talk to Kaylee on that and be advised on that.
Yes.
But yeah,
I'm just trying to give you more work. That's all I'm trying to do.
Well, it's not like I got enough going on. Busy as nothing.
Hell,
but
you're on Clover time, waking up at noon in your PJs all day. I mean, God, life is good.
Listen, I had a meeting starting at 5:45 this morning. I've got a meeting tomorrow at 5:45 a.m. So it's been a very, very fun few months.
That's your fault for living in the Western Pacific time zone, I should say.
So while we're live, and while we're talking
lying,
about this,
okay,
yeah. While we're live, Kyle, let the people know at Hunting with Heroes that I am extending a free 10x10 booth to them for goals. If they'd like to come and have a booth, it is on me. So go ahead and let them know.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man.
So go ahead and let them know. Have them reach out. Kyle's got all my info. Have them reach out to me. We'll get their booth all set up and everything settled for them. So they will have to rent their table and chairs. That's through a company. I don't pay for those, but everything else is on us. The booth space is all on us. So let them know that we would be happy to have them at goals.
John, that is freaking
awesome.
Amazing. That is amazing. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm excited to have them and all the other. We'll put them right near the GOA store, so they'll be right front and center by all the nonprofits, and they'll be in a good spot to have people walk by.
Dude, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, anytime, brother.
You get a booth. Everybody gets a booth. That's pretty cool, John. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm super excited. So, yeah, go ahead, Kyle. Just have them reach out to me. We'll get everything settled tomorrow or the next day. We'll get everything going. So, I'm happy to do that. Again, if you guys know any other nonprofits looking for a booth space, I've got a couple more nonprofit booths to fill. Feel happy to let them know. I do have to get approval from the board on some of them, depending on who they are. But this one's easy. This is easy. I can make that call without any answer. So there's that. Keltec signed up today for a 20x30 booth. So I don't know. Let's see. Can I share? I can share the floor plan. If anybody wants
you want to, sure.
Yeah. Well, so go ahead and let me get over here. Let's see. Present. Let's see. Share screen. Window. Here we go. And I'll share that now. All right. Can you all see that with all my other 100 tabs open?
Yep.
All right. Here's the floor plan, ladies and gentlemen. So far, this is what we've got filled. There's a couple spots still open. I'm not going to lie, but it's looking really full right now, as you can tell. Anderson Manufacturing right here for those
Look
who
at
are
that.
right there. Look at that big booth. And then we got Keltec here.
Nice.
Let's see. Our friends over at EAA are right here. SDS Imports is right here.
Oh, snap. You got Adam and Chase next to each other.
Oh, I didn't pick
that.
The booth.
Could be interesting. That could be interesting.
Now, just so everybody knows, Anderson's booth used to be right here, right by Chase.
And look at what they're doing now. Look at that big boy.
Look at that big boy. We got Faxon over here, Smith here, CCW Safe, Century Arms right here, a Gunbroker, Cars over here, Hollow Sun's there. We've got Dead Air right here, Wolfpack Armory, Gearhead Works, which is bringing the John Wick car. We got Daniel Defense right here, Ed Brown's over here, Ross Martin's over here, our friends over at High Point are over here. So this is just so everyone knows.
What's the big square right there in the middle? Is that like the stage or something?
That's the GOA booth.
Oh, okay.
And there's a 360 photo booth in that GOA booth.
Oh, we're gonna have to utilize that. I'm just saying there might be a couple pictures taken.
Hey, group pick. I want some Charlie Angels action in there,
dude. But yeah, we're super excited. Henry's there too, so super excited to have goals going on. Go check it out. Oh, Defense Dad. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to acknowledge that one.
Well, okay then. Yeah. But no, super excited for goals, like I said. And then if there's anybody else you want to see at goals who's already not there, go bug the living daylights out of them. Because we got a couple spaces left to fill, and one of them's going to Hunting for Heroes. So we're super excited to put on goals this year. August 17th and 18th, before I forget to say that.
There might be some establishments out in Knoxville that we could probably get into a booth, but do you allow poles in the booth?
Only pony poles.
Oh, snap. Well played, sir. Well played. All right.
I had to.
Yeah. Well, I think we could convince Kyle to sponsor that. That wouldn't be a problem.
All right. I'm going to say this also live on air. I do not condone anything that you hooligans put up.
We know that you don't.
You will have to put up with Kaylee and Eric Pratt.
You proved in Dallas that you don't condone anything except for being boring in your hotel room.
John is no fun. That's what he's telling everybody.
Fun. He is
zero fun. John is where fun goes to die.
He is.
Normally I'm fun, but I was just not having it in Dallas.
Or are we too much fun?
Maybe that's the case. I don't know.
Well, you guys went to go to the something, and I was going to get tacos.
He can't even say it.
Yeah, he can't even say it. Like he's afraid he's going to burn or something.
Like, just say it.
I'm not putting stuff out there that wasn't said live.
I think
it was not said. So to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think we have. I don't think
we haven't. I think
we haven't disclosed our extracurricular activity.
Yeah, well, I'm not putting y'all on blast. I'm nicer than that.
Well,
sometimes.
Okay, sometimes.
You know what though? I did talk to Gary, and I've shamed him enough. I think Gary's in this next time.
He might have a heart attack. I'm just.
I think he was sad he missed out.
That might be the death of Gary. Let's just.
Was he going to have a heart attack, or is he going to get married again? One of the two.
It's only one of the two will happen.
True.
We almost got Gary married in Kansas.
Maybe Kyle needs to get ordained just in case. Can you do that for us, Kyle?
I'm already ordained, Clove.
Oh, nice.
Are you going? Wait, are you going to TriggerCon?
Possibly.
Oh, snap.
So we could get Gary married in Kansas.
We could.
Well, hell, we could get married in Knoxville, divorced, and married again in Kansas. What are you talking about?
This is
We're gonna go. Let's go for broke, baby.
You think he could get, a divorce in a month?
You get an annulment.
I don't think it's. I bet you that's not the quickest divorce he's had. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean that. Yeah.
We love you, Gary. We really do.
Sorry, Gary. We love you.
Love you, Gary.
5 weddings and a funeral. I mean, that's Gary's life, bro. Like,
but it would be an honor to marry you, though, Gary. Well, not me marry you, but you know.
Wow.
Phrasing.
Context is king here.
It's not that kind of an establishment, Kyle.
Well, it could be. You never know.
Yeah.
It is
And Matt-
2024.
I mean, you just got to be open for anything, you know. Fluffy out there wants to know, we can buy any products or goals that just showing products off. Well, Fluffy, good news for you. Go ahead, John, if you want to talk about buying products at goals. Obviously, there are going to be some products you can't buy at goals, but
So yes, you can buy products at goals. It all depends on who's selling what. But handguard, any accessories, lights, lasers, optics, any of that stuff can be bought on the show floor. Everything else can be ordered through show specials, depending on the vendor. So yes, you can buy a firearm on the show floor through your cell phone, through a QR code.
You're just not taking it home with
home.
you.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that previous sexy voice that you heard is the gatekeeper of everything Texas Pride and apparently getting people married. I mean, he is the instigator of love from the great state of Texas, the tactical virus. I mean, Leprechaun himself, who believes that AR-15s are stupid. What's up, Clove?
I misspelled stupid. I got to fix that.
Making me look, that looks normal to me.
No, I definitely misspelled it.
STUPID. That's
I'm
how
gonna
you spell
fix
it,
it.
bro. Oh, okay. All right.
There we go. I fixed it.
Stupid. There you go. Stupid. What's up, man? Everything
Make
good?
people feel better. Yeah. I'm on cloud nine. I better be, considering there's nothing but fucking rain the next few days. But
Yeah.
it's what it is.
Snob. The answer is probably.
I know you
For
can
your
buy.
friends.
You can buy flotation devices at Dollywood. I'm just saying.
It's fair.
Well, yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. All right, let's get this fiasco on the road. You guys know that every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday at 10 a.m. over in our YouTube community tab, we have the pony polls. The pony polls. Go check out our good friends over at Anderson. They're all over the social medias. You can see them on Instagram, on Facebook, obviously YouTube, on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Probably a lot of other places. We'll let Kyle talk about where they are here a little bit, but you guys know that we have fun with some of these polls. Let's check out the polls for this week. First one put out yesterday. It's got about 1,000 votes. Of these, what's the best food? Italian food, Mexican food, or Japanese food? Ginger, which one say you?
This one was tough, but I'm going Italian food.
Going Italian. Interesting. Okay.
Going Italian.
Just because you claim to be Italian, even though I've never seen a ginger Italian, but that's what it is, you know.
Yes, you have. You've seen me. So therefore, you've seen a ginger Italian.
Fake news.
Yeah, fake news, my ass.
Defense Dad, he is technically right. Says you just rent the others. Absolutely, yeah. Clover, Italian food, Mexican food, or Japanese food?
I'm offended. Chinese is not on there.
Yeah, I could have put Asian, but I wanted to make it specific.
But it wouldn't have. But it wouldn't have mattered because the correct answer is Mexican food.
Okay. All right. Kyle. Italian, Mexican, or Japanese food?
I'm going Japanese because no matter what mood I'm in, sushi always makes my day brighter. So, and I hope I'm not misspeaking here because I'm not sure if sushi's Japanese or not.
It is.
Okay,
it is.
Sweet.
Yeah. I don't do the sushi. I don't do fish or seafood for the most part. I'm getting into it. Had some salmon the other night. It was actually pretty decent. The only sashimi that I've ever had, like the raw. So sushi is like the fish with rice and all that. Sashimi is kind of just like the raw fish itself. And I've had some raw tuna before that was amazing.
Yeah.
But my wife's big. He's like eel and octopus and all that. It's above my pay grade. I don't do all that. For me, man, it's tough. But if I had to choose one, like I'm probably, my ass will probably hurt after a while, but I got to go Mexican. I love Mexican food. And people out there may or may not understand that if you live outside of a state that kind of like doesn't touch Texas, that does not include Oklahoma, because they can't do Mexican food.
Well, I would say that doesn't touch Mexico. What I would say.
Well, that could be true too. But most people don't realize there is a difference between Mexican food and what they call Tex-Mex. I love Tex-Mex, don't get me wrong, but traditional Mexican food is the bomb. It's just
to me, Tex-Mex is more spicy and honestly probably has a lot more flavor than actual.
It does, yeah. Some people call it Southwest or Tex-Mex, but yeah, it is a little more flavor, a little more heat to it, I guess. You know,
like the Texans just take some Mexican food and just add a bunch of shit to it. You know, kind of how it goes.
This is pretty good right here. I like it. Rumor has it nachos are just tacos that don't have their lives together. That's pretty good, actually.
Facts.
I like that. Boy, Fluffy says he needs an Anderson upper to go with his lower. He has sitting here someplace, but I tell you what, if you go over
pocket
to
of a
Anderson's
rifle
website,
bag, that's where I find shit pretty.
Or
awesome.
in snow, you know.
Well, this is true. Yeah,
that's more handguns though. You like storing your handguns in snow. But there, if you do go over to Anderson's website, then utilize. All of us here have codes, so I'll throw all of them out there. We don't make a cent off these. This is something that the Kyle has done for you guys to save money. So utilize one of our codes. Mine is just Ghost. Pretty simple. John, is yours fully loaded reviews or is it FLR? I think it's fully loaded reviews, isn't it?
No, it's just FLR.
FLR, okay. And then Clover's, yours is it Clover Tack?
Yeah.
All one word. There you go. And if you want to, Chris from the 740, it's just all of that one word. Utilize our code. It will save you some money and all of that if you're over there on Anderson's website. So doesn't cost you anything to join or anything. It doesn't make us any money. We're just doing it to save you guys money. So all that stuff. All right. 1,000 votes out there. 51% say Mexican food, 38% say Italian food, and 11% say Japanese food. Now, here's the thing. And we were talking about, kind of what Kyle was talking about is he loves sushi and all that. That's the interesting thing is I think that when most people think Japanese food, that's what they think is sushi, right? What they don't realize is there are they use a lot of different meats, whether it's pork, beef, chicken, and all of that. They do all of that, and it's amazing. One of my favorite dishes in the world is called tonkatsu, and it's basically you take a pork chop and deep fry it and marinate it with different things, and it's unbelievable. But Japanese food is great. I eat a lot of Japanese food. Basically, all the food that I eat, whether it's Japanese food or not, is Japanese food because most of the time it's my wife cooking, so it's technically can be Japanese food. But that said, it's really good stuff. Italian food, how can you go wrong with Italian? You really can't go wrong with any of these, but 51% do say Mexican food. We started talking about this next question last week, so I went ahead and put an official poll out there. This one has 1.8 thousand votes. What's the best Rambo movie? You have First Blood, which is the first one. Then you have Rambo, First Blood Part 2. And then for the third choice, I went down to the very last one, the last movie, which is Rambo Last Blood. So I'm going to start with Clover. Of those three, which one's the best Rambo movie?
Probably Last Blood.
I agree. I know that might not be a popular thing. I just think that's a fantastic movie. Once you get past the first half an hour, 45 minutes, it's kind of dark, but the action at the end is unbelievable.
The action is worth the dark because the action kind of justifies the dark. So
exactly.
So it makes the
dark justifies the action. Either way you want to look at it.
Yeah, but the action is all understandable. It gets you in that mindset of you're kind of with him on all the action. So
yeah.
Now the first one is really close. Would be a really close second for sure.
Yeah. I think that my top three are Last Blood, First Blood, and then First Blood Part 2. Those that's the order that I would put them in.
Yeah, I don't much
That's just
care
me.
for the what am I thinking? The mission based, whatever you want to call it, ones. Just felt like the first one and the last one
Rambo
was.
3. Yeah.
Well, the part two was that way
We did
because it
Part
was
2
going to
is going back to
save
Vietnam. Yeah, that's true.
what's his
That's true.
name, and so like those the ones in the middle are mission based overseas,
Yep.
whatever type. And it's like that's the same old story type thing. Just
That's true.
I don't know. It was just first one and the last one are different.
Fluffy said, I just watched Last Blood again the other night after we were talking about it. Yeah, it's a good. If you haven't seen Last Blood, it's out there maybe on HBO Max or Netflix, one of them out there, and it's really solid. It's a good one. Defense Dad says, come to think of it, I've got 3 strip Anderson lowers in the safe. I should probably build them one of these days. That would probably be a good idea. Yeah. Let's see here. Kyle, First Blood Part 2, or Rambo Last Blood?
Don't judge me for this. I've only seen First Blood, so I'm going First Blood.
And you know what? If you don't see another one, you're still okay, because that's a damn good movie.
It is good, yeah.
What is it? Brian, what's his name? Brian Dennehy or something like that. Donahue, whatever. Plays the sheriff. That dude plays a great bad guy. He was the bad guy in Silverado as well. Play obviously a corrupt sheriff back then too. What's his name? Is it Brian? What's his name? Goodness gracious. Let me go find that out. It's going to drive me nuts. First Blood cast.
Yeah, it's Brian Dennehy.
Brian Dennehy. Okay, I thought it was, but
Yeah.
he plays a great bad guy. You know, he's really good. What years did the Rambo movies release, though? All of them? Oh, snap.
That's a range. That one's a range.
Yeah, I think First Blood was like, what, 82, 83, somewhere in there? So
80s.
First Blood was 82. Then you had First Blood Part 2, or called Rambo, was 85. Rambo 3 was in 88. And then you skip 20 years and go to Rambo in 2008. And then Rambo Last Blood is in 2019 release. So there you go. It started in 1982. And I don't blame you, Kyle. You know, if you're only going to see one of them, I would say that you got to watch First Blood, the original. If you're only going to watch one, that's awesome. So awesome. Let's see here. Cal says, no Anderson, but I have a Savage 110. That's because you live in California. Move. It's real simple. Move. I don't know just move. It's what it is. Silverado, great Western. So that's one of my favorite modern Westerns for sure. Defense Dad wants to know, Kyle, does Anderson still make the elite lowers with the adjustable tension screw? Those are what he has.
Yeah, we got the elite lower that's anodized, and then if you want to put your own coating on, you can get the elite lightweight that comes in the white. That one's obviously lighter weight, and it still has the tension screw.
Okay, there you go. Ginger, knowing that you weren't born for the first 3, obviously, maybe you just had to pick of the last 2 Rambos, since you weren't, alive. What say you?
First Blood.
First Blood. It's a
Yes.
solid one.
It's a solid movie.
Oh, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. And it would be my favorite had Last Blood not. Like I said, it was just cool to see the last half hour or so of that movie was amazing. 1.8 thousand votes. 69% say First Blood. That's a nice round number. First Blood gets 69% of the vote. Rambo First Blood Part 2 gets 19%, and Rambo Last Blood gets 12. I understand why a lot of people probably aren't going to go watch Last Blood, because you're thinking, who wants to watch a really old Sylvester Stallone playing Rambo? But that kind of plays into the storyline also, and it's actually really, really good. So no release date of the newest Rambo with a 2023 trailer. I didn't know there was another one coming
And
out.
during all the
Like,
cough
It
and
appeared-
everything going on, I've seen rumblings of another one. But
really interesting.
yeah, that's all it was.
appears to be maybe fake.
Could be. There's a few YouTube channels which you can't always believe what you see on YouTube.
Obviously.
Go figure. But there's a few channels that do a really good job at making fake trailers. Like a really good job with AI and deep fake and everything nowadays. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not against the new Rambo movie. So Rambo, how is okay, so like there was once Rambo came out, there was a bunch of those genre. It kind of created that genre of movie. You had Commando with Schwarzenegger and all of that. Were you guys a Commando fan, or how did you feel like Commando versus the Rambo stuff with Arnold?
I love Commando too. I feel like they're almost the same movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about that, right? Rambo 6, I'm all down for it. I mean, if there's gonna be a Rambo 6, I'm in. I'd love it. I'm not a huge Sylvester Stallone fan, but it's kind of like one of those things with Brad Pitt that I've talked about. I never thought I was a Brad Pitt fan, and then I start thinking about all the movies of his that I love. I'm like, God damn, I guess I'm a Brad Pitt fan because I love most of his movies. Not because of him, just the movies are great, and obviously he's great in them. I claim not to be a big Sylvester Stallone fan, but how can you not love the Rocky stuff? How can you not love the Rambo stuff? I mean, what was that series that I watched that you had me watch that I really enjoyed?
Oh, Expendables.
Expendables. That was a great series of movies too.
Expendables, they're handing it off to
Statham.
What's his name? Pretty much Statham now, which I think is a smart move. What I was going to say about it, if they continue with the Rambo, they're going to have to do, in order to make it, to me, worth a shit, they're going to have to do like they did with Last Blood, and they're going to have to lean into he's an old dude. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, nobody is going to believe he goes to Nam and does crazy spinning kick crap, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, like that's going to be so non-believable and over the top. Like, figure out a way to work the storyline where it plays into him being old.
Well, 13 out there says, I heard he wasn't even going to be a part of it. Rumors are that he sold the Rambo franchise. Probably did. Which could be maybe the next generation Rambo. Maybe, what? I mean, if they're going to dive into that, and I think it would be a kind of a cool thing, maybe it's a vet coming back from, GWAT and the next generation of the Rambo or something.
Well, and cameos and stuff with him.
Cameos, sure.
Awesome, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I don't know if, especially after the last one ended, I don't know if he really can be the focal point. But maybe if there's a new generation, maybe it's a nephew or maybe a long lost son that there's a lot of different ways they could go with it, and that could be kind of cool.
Oh, the brother, spoiler alert, brother of the girl that died or something. Right.
There you go.
Uncle
and two. Yeah.
That come back, really right? Cool. Like there's something they tied into Last Blood somehow,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there could be some really cool stuff that they could do with it if they wanted to.
But obviously, they'll probably screw it up. Let's be honest.
They will. But as long as there's a really cool knife, that's the one thing about all the Rambo movies is he always had the greatest knives ever in cinema. So the Rambo knives became a thing. Before they were survival knives. Now they're just called Rambo knives. If you say Rambo knife, everyone knows what that means. Which
exactly
is
what you're talking about. Yep.
Dare I say iconic?
I think that you very easily could say that. Yeah, very easily would say that.
Only one upped by the one from Hot Shots, by the way.
Part two.
The Rambo knife with the chainsaw on it was amazing.
I mean,
that was sick.
Not gonna lie, I'm surprised that hasn't become a reality somehow, some way.
Hey, with battery technology and electric motors and stuff nowadays, it possibly could be.
Patriot in the Dark says Rambo was a documentary series. Commando was just a bedtime story. It's interesting. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
All right, our last pony poll, 1.7 thousand votes out there. Here we go. What's your favorite type of gun? Your 4 choices for this poll were handgun, AR-15, shotgun, or bolt action rifle. Kyle, favorite type of gun?
Come on, Ghost.
I have to ask,
AR-15.
Bolt action.
Duh. Yeah, he said what was his bolt action?
The new Anderson bolt action.
The new Anderson bolt action, which would
missed opportunity there, Kyle. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess now's a better time to say it than any. We've had to put a pause on all innovation right now while the CEO gets everything figured out with production.
That makes sense.
So, to be determined on release date on that still, but I mean, there's an update though.
Wait a minute. I was promised the Pony Express at Rolls. Are you telling me the Pony Express is now on hold?
Hey, I didn't say the 3D printer was shut down, dude.
Right. There's one CNC machine over in the corner. Yeah.
It's I guarantee it'd be better than that one thing we saw a couple years ago in the basement of Shot. Oh my God. What was that revolver?
Revolver?
That was the worst. That was the worst 3D print job in the history of 3D print jobs.
Weren't they from Croatia or something like that?
Yeah.
I think Croatia is much more developed than where these people were from. There's no way they were from a developed country. I think they did that morning. They went to Kinko's and borrowed a 3D printer and for a couple hours and said, "Here, print this." It was bad. Great idea, cool design, terrible mock-up. And just think they spent a ton of money to get there, to pay for that booth, for travel, to put that there.
Oh, I was all over it with questions, and it was blowing their mind.
Well, and the girl that was there had no idea.
Like, where does the cylinder gap? Like, how does the gases get out? Like, what? Like, they didn't have a clue.
Not a clue.
They said, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
What's that?
They said, "Oh shit, SHOT Shows today. Fire that 3D printer up, boys."
I guarantee you someone was printing that thing on the flight over. I promise you that. Anybody got an outlet that I can plug into?
Somebody could have probably whittled one out of wood. That would have been better.
A wood one would have been better. Let's just be honest. No, good God, that was terrible. Ginger, handgun, AR, shotgun, or bolt action?
Since I own more handguns, I'm going to have to go handguns.
Okay, that's fair. Clover, obviously AR-15s are stupid. So.
Yeah. And I didn't even know what the polls were. I hadn't even looked.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm going to spread the love and say shotgun.
There you go. I kind of figured that was coming. I understand what you're saying, John. I also own many more handguns than I do ARs, but the AR platform is hands down my favorite. Yeah, I love it. I love handgun. But an AR, man, there's something about it. I just understanding that platform is how I learned, introduced to guns. This just has a special place in my heart. 1.7 thousand votes. 49% are correct that say AR-15. 33% say handgun. 10% say shotgun. And 8% say bolt action. So those are the pony polls. And go check out our friends over at Anderson. Kyle, you want to tell people on social media webs where you guys are and all of that good stuff?
Yes, sir. At Anderson Manufacturing on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then at Anderson Rifles on X. And whoever's got at Anderson Manufacturing on X, I can't say it on here. So
they need to sell it to you. They need to sell that to you for, maybe it wouldn't take much, but maybe
rifle or two.
Rifle and handgun. That should be worth it.
Yeah.
It's probably some company, some dude in India.
Why you gotta go there?
100%.
Be racist, man.
It's not racist. It's facts. What are you talking about? Also,
Don't
just
be racist.
while I've
don't
been
know any
sitting
Indians.
here typing in, trying to remember the name of that bullpup revolver, that company is no longer in business.
You
I
think?
don't.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that coming.
What a surprise.
Yeah, didn't see that coming at all. AR-10, Fluffy says, you know, I am more and more and more and more loving the AR-10. Kyle wasn't here last week, and I'm really thinking, we're talking about dream builds and all that, and I'm really, really, really thinking it would be kind of a badass thing to do with the AR-10, the Ranger that I got, but throwing like a 12.5-inch. That could be like an all-assuming, whatever the hell I want to do with that 308, putting a 12.5-inch barrel on there. I think that would be like, and I know we talked about 8.86 Creedmoor, and that's something I definitely want to look into. But one,
Blackout.
Thank
What did
you
I
for
say?
Kyle. You said
What did I say?
Creedmoor. I was gonna
Creedmoor.
Oh, 8.6. Oh, I'm sorry. 8.6 Blackout. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not that smart. I am a YouTube certified firearms moron. So let's just be honest.
This
the
is true.
8.6 Blackout. The 8.6 Blackout. Ginger kind of got me really interested in that, and that'll maybe come down the line a little bit. But price is going to have to come down a little bit on the 8.6 Blackout ammo as well. But anyways, yeah.
I'll have to get you a breacher upper then. That's a 12.5-inch 308.
Oh, you
upper.
guys have a 12? I didn't even know you guys had it off
Yep.
a 12.5 in that. No kidding. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
When I get back to Anderson, I'll start working on that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be kind of cool to switch out uppers and have whatever I need. If I need to go long, I can go long. If I wanted to go, like I said, I remember one of my sergeants. He ran a 308 and CQB, and that was his thing, and it was loud as hell. But you're not getting up, I promise you. It's just gonna pack a punch, and I remember that, and it was pretty cool that he was CQB with a 308, and it was like, oh snap, okay. But I think 12.5 would be pretty badass. And like I said, John, you did. I'm not gonna lie, you actually did convince me the 8.6 Blackout, and I'm really interested. I've actually done some research about it. I think that will definitely be something that I run with eventually. But I even called my local gun shop. They don't carry 8.6. And I tell you what, maybe it's because it's not a lot out there. I don't know the whole thing, but there's not a whole lot out there. I don't know if it's because the demand is really high or there's not many people making it right now, but like I couldn't even really find a ton online right now. And what I did find was about $5 a round.
You know who you should talk to? It's Fort Scott at Goals, because they're making it now.
I need to talk to Fort Scott at Goals. So yeah, I might do that.
Yeah, they're making it now. And I heard inklings and rumors, and I cannot confirm that AAC is going to be making 8.6 as well.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you know what? And that's a good thing. If there's going to be more manufacturers throwing it out there, that the competition might drive that market down a little bit. Like I said, I mean, I'm not going to, no offense, but I don't want to pay more for 8.6 Blackout than I would pay for, 338 Lapua. That's just insane to me, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think the 8.6 ballistics, from what I've done research after last week, and you convincing me, and I've done some research, the 8.6 Blackout ballistically looks pretty badass. And Fluffy out there says it's just a barrel swap. So there you go. That might happen down the road. Anyways, yeah, go check out Anderson. Thank you for the pony polls. What we're going to talk about tonight will be a fun discussion that I hate doing this. I freaking hate doing this, but I have to give Clover the credit for this tonight's episode. Sunday night on the Ghost and Clover show, Clover brought up his topic was kind of bucket list guns, right? And so I'm going to take the inspiration from Clover because I thought it was a fun discussion. If you haven't seen it, go check out the Ghost of Clover show from this past Sunday. But what I want to do is kind of go through the room and throw some restrictions on it. And we're not going to say this is not something that's going to be NFA. So you can't say, minigun and all that. Obviously, that's a bucket list or MP. A real MP5 is kind of everybody's bucket list, probably down the road somewhere. But we're going to talk about something that, let's say, that's
can realistically
attainable, realistically find. You can realistically afford it. And it might be one of those things where you might have to save some money or sell something, or the reason why you haven't gotten for is that you just can't find them. That kind of stuff. I mean, I want to talk about some bucket list guns that realistically could happen that we just don't seem to have yet in our inventory. And I want to kind of go through the list, and then we'll just kind of have fun talking. But Ginger, I want to start with you. Do you have one that's in mind that you sit there and say, I will have this, and the only reason why I don't have it right now is because of XYZ? Not because of NFA or all that. It's just, you haven't gotten it yet. What's that bucket list gun that is attainable?
I have 3.
Go for them. Absolutely.
Okay. Number 1.
One's a Pony Express, obviously.
Well, that's way out there. But yes. Well, then it would be 4. Okay. Number 1 is the Savage 1910.
Okay.
It's the first, what you would consider, I guess, the micro compact 32 double stack 10 rounds. I haven't got one yet because every time there's one that pops up, either it's too rusted or there's parts broken or somebody just outbids me at the last second on Gun Broker.
Sure. Yeah.
That's number 1. Number 2 is a Colt 1903 pocket hammerless. I've got the FN 1903, which is the FN variant of the Colt, but I want a Colt 1903 and same
Colt
thing every
19. Keep talking.
Yeah,
I'm educating myself.
Yeah, I've wanted one for a long time. I think they're cool. There's some new production ones, but they're cool. So expensive.
That's kind of a PPK ish look to it a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of like a PPK / like Luger, kind of almost to a certain extent.
It's like a kind of like the predecessor to like 1911, kind of.
I wouldn't say that. That's just me. I'm just looking at pictures. I might have the wrong pictures that I'm looking at, but
yeah, it should have like a grip safety in the back. It's rounded.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like that. Honest God, it's kind of got the high point.
High point
rear slide. No. The high point kind of looks like the roundness of the back of the slide with a grip and all that. It's kind of got that high point look to it a little bit.
So that one, every time, same thing. I find one that's nice. Either somebody bids it up or I get outbidded at the last minute. And then the last one is on my bucket list. I will never be able to afford one because it's just ridiculous. Is a Brent 10.
I think
it's better. You just better hope it doesn't break. That's the biggest thing with the Brent 10.
I don't necessarily think that it's unattainable price wise or availability. It's not going to be easy, but it's not something that's going to be out of price range.
It's running insane for $4,000 right now.
I understand that, but I'm saying is they're not like running like $40,000 for an MP5 or $25,000 for an M6. I'm saying like it's attainable. I mean, hell. Clover, what's the Korth looking at? Like a $6,000 gun? I mean,
you can get
that costs more than a Brent 10.
Between 3 and 4, I think you can start getting into them. But getting up into the super sports or whatever, they're 5 or 6.
Yeah, so I mean, it's attainable. Like I said, you might have to save, maybe sell some other stuff to get it, but it's not like you said, I'll never be able to afford it. I don't think that's necessarily the case.
Yeah, $10,000 or below. I mean, you could reasonably save. Most people
sperm donor
save.
No, don't be it. We don't need a bunch of gingers running around.
Might take you 4 or 5 years, but you could probably save $10,000.
You can find it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just hoping somebody comes out with a modern one that fixes all the issues. Maybe somebody we know.
Yeah. Now, Clove, I'm gonna put words in your mouth. And I don't know if this is a bucket list gun,
What else is new?
but there is a gun that we discussed today that maybe have not been a bucket list gun, but this particular one could be a bucket list gun.
It's big to fucking get checked off that bucket list.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
A phone call will be made tomorrow, and what he is talking about is a Gen 1 Glock 17 in the Tupperware, original Tupperware, original G17.
Matching serial number Tupperware.
Serial numbers to the Tupperware. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On a steal of a price.
The OG Glock.
Literally the OG Glock. Yeah.
So,
like I said, I've seen one. As far as a gun show. I've seen one. Our local gun shop had one around COVID. And it didn't have the Tupperware. It was and they wanted, I'm not gonna lie, they wanted like $7.99 for it. Was they're asking. Now you could have gotten it probably for $7.50. Which really, if you think about it, isn't terrible for a Gen 1 17, the original 17, especially back during COVID when prices were really high. I didn't get it by any chance, but yeah, when you told me that today, a Gen 1 for the price, we're not going to talk the price on here, but for that price is pretty amazing.
Now, quickly, is it a real Gen 1 or is it one of the Lipsy ones from a couple of years ago? Because I've seen a couple of the Lipsy ones just
no. So the 5 guns I bought Saturday, right? Like all that come from an estate sale from a dude that had passed away. He was a sure enough collector. Like all the shit he had was like iconic, rare. They meant something. So like, and there's in that, I realized today I had to go pay for the 5 I picked up Saturday, and I realized that the 17 that was left, and there's several other Glocks there too, all priced right.
Did you know? You probably didn't know it was a Gen 1 originally, did you?
I didn't until I looked at it today. I was just curious. I was going back through those Glocks because there's like 8 of them or something there. And I'm like, hey, man, do I want that 17? Like, oh, man. And then I got to thinking, I thought, man, that looks like a Gen 1. And then when I said something, and she's like, oh, yeah, the Tupperware box is in the back. And we went back there and looked, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to.
That's going to have to be mine.
Yeah.
Now, you have a 17L, so you don't have a 17 yet, do you?
I don't have an actual 17. Yeah, I've got a 17L.
Oh, I love the 17.
All of my Glocks, with the exception of the 42, were bought like this one's going to be. Was bought out of opportunity. I didn't buy anything. Just go out to buy a Glock, except for the 42.
I all of mine are Gen 3s. I've got a 17 and 219.
Yeah, Gen 3 is my favorite for sure.
But having an opportunity to get an actual original, Glock, which is the Gen 1 17, would be kind of cool, especially with the matching Tupperware. I mean, you can find Tupperware online all day long, but having it match serial numbers is kind of cool. It's 40 years old almost, Yeah,
having the original stickers and all that match. Yeah.
There's a lot of love out there, Ginger, with the 1903 Colt 1903. A lot of people. Let's see here. Defense Dad said there's a nice 1903 there locally.
Where is he? I might have to go.
I think he's in Nebraska, I believe.
Oh. Well, they had the Savage at Brownells, and I asked Cody if they would ship it, and I would just buy it, and they ship it to my FFL, and he said no, they can't do that.
Why not?
I was very sad. I don't know. I was really sad.
I want to, but surely they can't.
Nah, some with the store and the online are two separate things or something like that. He said they couldn't do it because I really wanted it, because they also had, and I guess maybe this will tickle Clover's fancy. I don't know if Clover saw it while we were there, but they had a A5 with a cuts compensator on it.
Oh, nice.
For like next to nothing, for like $512 or something like that.
What gauge?
12 gauge.
It was in 12. Yeah, 16 would have been better, but I'd take it.
Gentleman's gauge. Defense says it was at Shields 2 days ago up there in Nebraska. So there you go. Make a call to Shields, see if they'll ship it to you. You never know. You never know. Shields might.
They have a shield. There's a Shields here in town.
They can just ship it from store to store, and that should be no problem, right? You would think.
It'd be easy. Put it on a truck or something or whatever.
I would think it'd be a no-brainer. So you never know.
Especially something like that. What are the odds somebody's just going to walk and buy that? If you got a definite sale on it, I would throw it on a truck somewhere and get it gone.
Yeah. Aside from the 17 that I basically forced you to say was on your bucket list, I know you talked a little bit about a few
I'll
things,
go with some different stuff.
But what are some stuff that you would say that you're always looking out for if you can find it?
A Whitney Wolverine.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Would be cool.
Whitney.
It is a 22 from the space gun looking 22 from
that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
What is that looks like a kind of a Star Trek / maybe a Flash Gordon type gun,
It's weird looking.
What years was this thing?
56 and 57 maybe.
Or okay, wow. Okay.
Way before its time, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. They have remakes of those. I don't remember what company did it or whatever, but there's modern versions. Not really interested in a modern version.
Olympic Arms looks like they did
Olympic.
one.
Yeah. Olympic. You're right. Mm-hmm.
I just saying that one of these pictures popped up. Olympic Arms over on Guns.
No, I remember somebody remade them here not too long ago. I don't know if they're still making them, but I know they started making them again. I don't think they caught on. Olympic's not the greatest company.
Right. It's a cool looking gun, though. It is a cool looking gun. I'll give you that.
That's gonna suffer from the Bren 10, like John was talking about. That if it ever broke, you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
So that'd be the only thing there.
So, like in the late 50s or whatever. I mean, how long did that thing run for? For a couple years, or it wasn't a long run.
They
was
built
it?
them for literally like a year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you're definitely screwed.
They built them like 55 to 56 or 56 to 57 or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds bad, but we're talking bucket list guns. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to shoot the hell out of them, but like a bucket list gun is something that I want to go and shoot. I don't want to just to have it and let it be a conversation piece. Like a bucket list gun is something that I want to enjoy. So like something like that, you might shoot it once just to see if it runs, but then it probably becomes a conversation piece because you don't want to find out if it breaks or not. That's kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Anything else that comes off the top of your head?
Man, there's tons.
I'm sure. Yeah.
475 Wildy Magnum,
Okay.
which is
you're speaking Greek to me at this point.
It's the gun from Death Wish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be cool. And they're making modern. I think they still make those now. I think they still do them. Small batch anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. What else? Ruger Red Label shotgun.
A Ruger Red Label. Okay.
Yeah, those are getting up there. So haven't run across one of those at a good price, but maybe one day. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wes out there. Find that again. He says he wants a Winchester 1886 from 1935 or older. I mean, an 1896 lever. Was that 30-30 or is that 30-30? I think the 30-30 was 1896. Well, there was one that was 32. I don't remember which one. That might have been the 1896. I'm not the greatest when it comes to old stuff because I'm not. I know that one of them was like a 32, and then one of them was the 30-30. I don't know. Was the 1896 guys? Clover, John, you guys are kind of into that old shit. 1896, was that the 30-30? I guess I could look it up, wasn't it?
I think that was 32.
1896. There was one like a 32, but
32 Winchester,
3220 maybe.
32 WCF.
Okay, is that what the 1896 is?
Possibly.
Okay, 1896, 30-30 is what it says here. The 18. 86. They had a bunch of different ones. All right, there you go. Well, yeah, 1896. Let's see here. It was several calibers, but 38 something was one of them, and 4570 is, I think that's probably what he wants. I mean, if you're gonna go, 4570 would be the pretty badass. Kyle, bucket list gun. Once again, one of those things that attainable, and it's one of those things where you're like, I'll never have it. This is like, man, I actually, if I could find it and the price is right, I would definitely get it. Do you have one of those?
I do. And also, Ghost, you gotta start leading off with me on these. Following up on like 2 databases of firearms knowledge is not.
Yeah, that's true. How do you think I feel? Like, yeah. I feel like a moron, right? I mean, I'm sitting here like everything they say, so I'm Googling what the hell is that, you know?
Yeah, and I'm on my cell phone, so I'm in the dark over here. I have no idea. But I mentioned this too on y'all's podcast Sunday. I would like to have an M4 203 with the exact build out as what I deployed with. I think that would be awesome, man. The foregrip, the PEC, the ACOG, everything.
There was someone in the chat that night that was talking about just for aesthetics, you could get the tube without having to go through all the bullshit with ATF of just kind of getting the tube, or even, you can even manufacture a tube to make it look like the 203, attach it to the rail just for aesthetics. You're not going to use it, obviously, but it would be kind of cool. So let me ask you this. Were you a fan of the ACOG?
I was, yes.
Okay. I'm not a huge fan of the ACOG. Now, let me ask you this. When you guys were in boot, were y'all still running irons, or were y'all issue the ACOG during boot camp?
Iron sights.
Okay. So when did the ACOG get an issue? When did that happen? Do you know?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was right on the cusp of my generation coming in, because as soon as I hit the fleet, I was issued an A4 with an ACOG mounted.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Now everyone's just issued a straight up ACOG. I was like, damn, that must be nice.
Yeah, they qual with it straight out of boot camp.
I don't agree with that. If you want to issue it to them, I think they should qual without it. Just, they need to understand. They need to know that shit might not be around all the time, but whatever. That's whatever. Fluffy says you can get a 37 millimeter flare launcher that looks like a 203. There you go. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool. I mean, you could just have someone kind of, I don't know, build something that looks like the 203 tube. What's up, Steve? But yeah, having that 203, that would be kind of cool. That would be really, really cool. What would you throw that on? So would you throw it on? Would you have to get something like an A4 clone or something, or I mean, like you want it identical to your build?
Yeah, the M4 Colt, with the Knights rail, everything
with the Trijicon ACOG.
With the Trijicon ACOG, PEC 15.
Man,
cool, I don't know who made the foregrip, but I had a vertical foregrip that wrapped around the 203 too. It was pretty gnarly.
Let's see if I can. Let's see here. USMC M203 forward grip. Let's see here. The M203 grip. Was it a broomstick? Kyle?
I'm sorry, you're breaking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Is it a broomstick grip?
It was.
Okay.
If by broomstick you mean vertical.
Yes. I'm trying to find out what brand it was. M203 grip. Only 4 grip authorized by the Marine Corps. It looks like it was RM Equipment. Does that name sound familiar to anybody? RM Equipment. I found one on Gunbroker, and it's actually in the box. M203 grip, tactical handle. Right now the bid's up to $379, but I mean they're out there. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean you can probably find them other way. I'm just saying, but this one, the box, it's like a legit box, and it's RM Equipment. I don't know if that rings a bell to you or not. RM Equipment. I don't know.
My memory sucks.
No, trust me. That's why Google Foo is good for me. Let's see here. Fluffy says I was going to build one that looks like Arnold's from Predator. There you go.
Nice.
But yeah, I think you could find something that could at least look like the tube of the 203. You can make it look like one.
You could totally print one.
Oh, damn! I didn't even think about printing one. That's
totally
true.
Print one, dude, just to get the aesthetic.
Because
mm-hmm. They look tough with one on there. It looks.
They look great with one. I didn't even think about a 3D printed one. That could be.
You could probably even 3D print it and make it to where if nothing else, it was a flashlight holder.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But,
so at least it had some kind of use. You know what I mean?
You know, an IR/flashlight right there. Oh, that would be really cool, actually.
Dude. Clove, we need to do a collab on a
flashlight holder in the front. How about this? Flashlight holder in the front and a rotary ammo holder in the back for spare rounds.
Oh man.
Fluffy says maybe that's what I'll do with my Anderson lower I have here. he's gonna 3D print a 203.
I want pics, Fluffy. I want pics, buddy. That'd be awesome.
Defense Dad says my bucket list is basically comprised of guns from my favorite movies and TV shows. There you go. Unfortunately, a lot of those, they're not real guns necessarily. Unfortunately, a lot of them aren't necessarily real guns. They're based off of real guns, and all that. But yeah, we talked about this in the Ghost and Clover. I think that. And it's one of those things that's very attainable price-wise. It's just I can't find one. I know of one, and I know where it is, and that motherfucker won't let me get it from him. Is the M9 Special Edition, Marine Corps Edition M9 in the box and all that. Now, Clover has said if I'm able to find a similar condition, which is basically unused in the box, mint Army one, he would trade. I can't find one of those either. I think, Clover, the only one that I've been able to find, and I haven't found many of those. I found a few of them.
Some moron that
shot
the
Air Force, or the Air Force ones.
Oh yeah,
that are unshot, that are new, haven't been shot. The Air Force, but why they made an Air Force M9 is just beyond me. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I have found some that have been shot. Absolutely.
I don't know who would have.
But who would shoot them like that?
Yeah,
I found one that had shot the hell out of it. Which, I mean.
I think that was the problem. I think that I don't know that was a problem. I think that's what has caused the rarity of having unfired, whatever in the box is.
Yeah,
I did not pay a crazy price for that. Like I want to say back in the day, again, M9 gold inlay, the whole nine. And I might have gave $600 for that. Right?
Just pisses me off.
Like
in so
maybe
many ways.
Right. So knowing that, people that bought those probably did go out and shoot them because they didn't think about it, and they only made like 1,500 of each of them.
Yeah, I know.
So people were like, "Oh, it's just a $600 gun," so they went out and shot it. And yeah.
So if you're out there watching or listening,
and
you know where an unused, unshot in the box Marine Corps Edition M9 is, or the same condition Army, let me know. That would be something that I'd be very interested in. There is a gun, and it's not this particular brand or anything like that. That is something that I'm looking forward to. But something happened today. I'm going to be working with a company that's going to have a rifle that I am ecstatic about working with. And it's not necessarily a bucket list, but it is. But it's not the brand. Just the brand is this company just happens to have them. But G-Force Arms out in Nevada, they've got the Huckleberry LTAC lever action, and it's basically there's 3 different models. There's the wood grain, then there's the you've got the black stock, and you've got in the black stock, it's called the LTAC. You've got either the nickel or all black on black on black. And I'm either going to get the nickel or the black on black. But it's got kind of the tactical hand guard on there with the rail and M-lock and all that. It's got the rail on the top. It's kind of the tactical lever action. This is in 357 that I've been talking about that I wanted to kind of get built that reminds me of the John Wick tracker lever action. Obviously, this is not that, but it is going to be kind of cool to get kind of a tactical 357 lever and have some fun with it. So I'm not saying it's not a bucket list because of the brand or whatever. It's just I've been excited about lever actions for a while now, and I think this one's going to be really, really, really cool. Clover put something out there in the back chat. Can I say this out loud? Clover?
I guess you
can. Because I don't know if Kyle can on his phone if he can see the back.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
There's 100% M203 print files out there, just so you know. So they're out there. They're out there. You just need to find someone that's got a 3D print that's big enough to print that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd probably have to do it in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Which for aesthetic
reasons, not going to matter.
It's not going to matter.
No. So yeah, that LTAC, the Huckleberry, and plus it's called the Huckleberry LTAC. Huckleberry, that's just a cool name. But go look at G-Force Arms, and they're out there, and that's going to happen here pretty soon. So be looking for that. That'll be coming to the channel. I'm looking forward to that. LTAC at $700-800. That seems not too bad price wise. Now the prices, those things, I think you can actually maybe get the wood ones for a little bit cheaper than that. But kind of like that. The synthetic stock, the black, and then like I said, it comes in either a nickel or an all black, but either one I don't care. But they're pretty cool looking. They got kind of a tactical hand guard with rails and M-lock. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously the M9 is something that is actually a bucket list and all that, which I think is fun. I think it's trying to find one is nerve-wracking because just when I think, and I've called Clover several times over the last few years, and I said, I think I found, never mind. I said, I think I found one. I found one at an auction, and the auction ended like a year and a half ago. And I was like, I need to take that off the website, yeah, it is what it is. So now we kind of got those bucket list guns and all of that. What I want to kind of talk about are maybe not the bucket list that, hey, if we can find one, we're going to get it. What's out there either that you guys have seen at SHOT or GunCon or whatever? What's out there now that you've seen, or maybe you've seen releases out of them? What's out there now that you guys are maybe interested in getting into the market of some of the newer guns that have come out in the last year or so? Is there anything that kind of fits your fancy? We'll start with Clover on this one. Anything out there that you're like, man, I really, that's a cool looking gun, or that's something that I'd love to have, or whatever?
Man, you would, huh?
I would, yeah. Well, I can start with Kyle because he said he wanted me to start with him last time. If you want, I can come back to you, Clove.
Yeah, sure, do that.
Yeah, Kyle. Anything that you kind of seen at shows or on the web or internet or anything that says, "Oh man, that's kind of cool."
Yeah, I gotta do a plug for John here. Fully Loaded Reviews reviewed the Echelon. I really want to try out the Springfield Echelon, and then Clover Tack. And I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this name.
Don't give him credit. What is wrong with you?
I can never. The PD-10 chambered in 30 super carry.
30 super carry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were all on the phone, I think, when all this kind of started happening, and you even said to Clover's like, "Hey, like 30 super carries, something you've actually been interested in since they kind of came out with it a couple years ago." So, yeah,
I need to bring that to like Goals Range Day.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
maybe Kyle could shoot it at range day. I don't know if that's possible or not.
Sneak it into.
Don't tell anybody because I've already said no.
Well, can we get it to Kyle maybe the day before?
Yeah,
and
the
have
day
Kyle
before.
as a manufacturer bring it in. Yeah, there you go.
Fine. Yeah, because I'm trying. So just so everyone's aware, and I know this off topic, but we talked about doing a community booth for companies that didn't have like a range spot because we might have one extra booth left. And after talking about it, if one person
sounds kind of dangerous, man.
Well, not only is it dangerous, but if one person brings a machine gun, that line is going to be just lined up with people.
No, I wasn't talking about. I wasn't talking about me walking in with it. I was totally talking about getting it to Kyle before Kyle can bring it out there.
Yeah,
get it to Wednesday night or something. And let him.
I don't have issues with it. Just as long as it's not in his booth when the door's open, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Budget? Budget's up there. It works. I can't chat. Just want to say hi. Good seeing you, my friend. I hope to see you soon. If you need anything, I'm always here, brother. I'm always here for you if you need anything. Good seeing him.
And I say that is
Guns and Gear.
Is Rob doing anything with Avidity at Goals?
I've texted Rob about 4 times and Rob hasn't answered. So no.
Does it surprise you?
Yeah.
No, I even gave him a hell of a good price. So if either of you want to say, "Hey, Rob, talk to John,"
you know what Rob wants.
Oh well.
You know what Rob wants.
I have no speaking spots left.
I understand that, but that's what he wants. He would come if you gave him a microphone.
Yeah.
You know what? Just give him a microphone and let him talk from his booth.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He doesn't care.
If he wants to talk at his booth, he's more than happy to talk at his booth, but he ain't getting a microphone.
He doesn't have to make a microphone that hooks up to the PA system. Just get him a microphone and a speaker.
You know what?
Put it in his booth and just let him talk all he wants.
Remember the 90s with those voice changing microphones the kids used to have? We'll just give him one of those.
I'm saying. Just let him go with it. Steve out there says those Brita shotguns are fire. I know that Clover's talked about them. Maybe John has, but I those things sound pretty damn cool.
They should be fire too.
For the price tag,
is
it? Yeah. Those are the ones that are started about $2,000 or so, 2,500. Is that right?
They start around 2. Yeah.
2. Yeah. Jacob out there says the Henry revolver may be after 2 years of production just to make sure as many kinks are out before I possibly get one. That'd be a cool one. Let's see here. Ghost, is that a different rifle than what you usually have in the background, or am I tripping? That's the battle rifle. That's the same rifle I always have back there. Same battle rifle. I'm zoomed in a little bit different, and I now have 2 screens, and so my camera is at a little different angle than it used to be. It used to be like straight on. It's kind of a different angle, so you're not seeing. Plus, I have it zoomed in just a little bit, so you're not seeing everything that you used to see. So it might just look a little bit different. You got Michael Myers all kitted up over here on the side and all that, but maybe it just looks different. I don't know. Steve said, Mr. Big Kid says they start at $1,100 for the B12. There you go. So I think he's talking to Brita. Is that what he's talking about? The B12 Brita? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Brita, by the way?
Breed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Brita. Yeah.
Yeah. Brita.
Okay. Making sure. Ginger, kind of what's something out there that you're looking to get next up?
Let's see. The Stealth Arms Platypus has really intrigued me. The Oracle, what is it, 2311? I think that's what they call theirs too.
Oracle 20. They are. They probably shouldn't, but they are.
They are. Those interest me. The who's bringing them in now? I think PTR's bringing them the Arkin pistol.
I don't even know who's bringing Arkin in.
I think it's PTR now. The new Arkin pistol. I don't know. Those intrigue me.
Let's see. PTR Industries are bringing it in. Yep. Okay.
That one's interesting. The rival, the new TTI rival from Century. Really liked that, shooting that one.
So basically, everything is what you're saying. Everything.
No, not everything. Those are like, there's like 10 on the list, maybe. What are the G-Force that you were talking about? I've been looking at those too. I really think those are cool. And then the what's the last one? There was something else that I was gonna say. Oh, the Mat 9 from Matador.
Oh, yeah. Matador arms. Yeah,
those are cool.
Are they going to be at Goals?
Yeah, and they'll be at Range Day too.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Good. Chloe, I've wasted as much time to give you some chance to think about.
So
did you change colors on me, Ginger? Or am I just going nuts?
I changed color. I'm waiting to see how long anybody noticed.
It's like, I was like, what the hell? I know you can change colors, but I was like, I know that it wasn't like that zombie green before,
No, so everyone knows before the show, I got new lights for the studio. So I got new front lights fancy. and new LEDs in the back that I can change color. So we started off talking, it was blue, and then I changed it to green. To
LEDs in the back. That's what I hear.
Wow.
I did. I was like, I know that wasn't lime green earlier. I know it wasn't. Yeah. I'm sorry, Clove. What are you looking at here?
So, Kyle, that A2 pistol.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I agree with you.
That fucker's tight. The 5.56.
And I'll tell you what, Kyle, I can tell you that Clover typically does not like AR pistols in general. So the fact that he's actually excited about an AR pistol is kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, that one's cool. That Century 5.56 on the AK. Pretty cool. And that what is it? Dark Mountain Arms, Aaron. His survival bolt action.
What are you
I know what you
that was in RAM.
The 5, are you talking about that 5.7 bolt gun? What is their name?
Yeah, he was work. I don't remember what it was called.
Hold on, they're coming to Goals, so let me.
What company?
Dark Mountain Arms or Dark Mountain something.
Dark Mountain Arms. That's what it is. Dark Mountain Arms.
Oh, is that Aaron's new company?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not terribly interested in that in 5.7, but especially he starts getting into some calibers for sure.
He will. John, will you give that man a fist bump so he doesn't have a heart attack?
God,
he's been giving you fist bumps all night.
Yeah.
There you go. Golly, there you go.
Sorry,
Gord's going to be at Goals. Obviously, Steve's going to be there. He's right down the road from Steve now. Everyone here on your screen will be there. Be good to see some people. Could be good seeing some people. For me, there's a couple that I'm really interested in. I cannot wait for the SDS MP5 to become available. That's something. Any MP5. I like the Zenith that's out there. Any MP5 it's just what it is. That's a cool one. Here I'm actually getting one here in maybe in the next couple of days. But the SAR USA, the SOCOM Compact, that's going to be added to the repertoire, and that's going to be as soon as they come in. It's supposed to be here a couple weeks ago, but they haven't. They're supposed to get some in last week, so I haven't talked with my guy Jay over there. But as soon as one comes in, I'm looking forward to that. that thing, when I saw it in RAM, that thing is badass. That thing is just a really, really cool gun. But looking forward to that. Obviously, the MP5 from SDS is what I'm looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to this lever action now. And this was something that kind of just happened. And I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for sure. I want to, Kyle, I didn't know. I think I did know that you guys had a breacher. I just didn't put two and two together. We need to talk. That'll be something I definitely need to pick up. That thing's that'd be kind of cool to be able to interchange whatever mission that I need to have. Right. Let's see here. Steve saying he's staying at a hotel. 30 minutes. Too much to commute it. 30 minutes is too long to commute. Man, you are just.
Steve's staying at the hotel.
But when you got his money, when you got his kind of money, staying at a fancy hotel, he's probably staying at the Ritz or something, you know.
Steve, you better keep a patch aside for me. I love you long time.
That's not what I heard. I heard that you were a Minuteman. So
I have my Minuteman moments.
That's what she said. Yeah. Yeah, Steve. I'm looking forward to seeing Steve. It's been shit. Was it last year's SHOT Show? It was the last time I think I saw Steve. 2023 SHOT, and that was a briefly. Like we passed and we were out in the beer garden. I think Clover and I were out there and like just saw him briefly and all that. But yeah, it's been good to see Steve. I haven't actually been able to talk to you for a while. Was it 20? No, I saw you. I think it was last year, 2023, not this past SHOT. Because you were hanging out with Braden and Tactical Tool Shed. Was that last year, Clover? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't Steve there?
Okay. Tactical Tool Shed?
Yeah, that's what I call him. That's what I call him. But I think he was walking around with Braden and them. Maybe 2022. It might have been. I don't remember. You know what? It might have been 2022. That was when there wasn't a whole lot of people there, which was awesome. That might have been it. But I know I've seen you since 2020 for sure. Patriots has got to run. Good to see you guys. Make it outstanding night. Semper Fidelis, brother. Go check out Patriot in the Dark out there. It's a good man, Charlie Brown. Good man. But yeah. Anyways, it was good to see Steve and all that. And now that you guys won't stop, is that what you're saying? You guys aren't going to stop this at all?
Don't
very,
stop.
very cool.
Won't stop.
Yeah. I don't know if you're allowed to, John, but like I know there's going to be a lot of things that are kind of how do I put this, announced or unveiled at goals. Is there anything that people are publicly putting out yet for people that might be want to go to goals that they might be able to see some stuff that they haven't seen before at goals? I mean, obviously don't talk about anything that has been publicly announced yet. You know? Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk about, I got the final renderings for some stuff.
Okay.
Yesterday. So that's awesome. Smith just launched a bunch of new guns, including the new bodyguard that'll be at range day and at goals. So that'll be
interested at that because I'm one of those that I have a bodyguard in the 380 and I like it for what it is. It was a great pocket carry gun for a long time for me. I'm interested in that. I want to shoot that to see if what they've done with it. You know what I'm saying? So
that'll be there. I'm guessing there's going to be, August is that time where people start launching stuff. I know that X-Tac is going to have some new products there.
Okay. Maybe that's what we can say. Instead of the actual product, can you reveal any companies that have publicly okay to say they're going to have some stuff? Yeah. I know Kyle, there might be some stuff from Anderson there that you can't go into, but there might be, make sure you stop by the Anderson booth. There might be some unveiling there.
There's going to be a Pony Express.
At least we're going to have printed one, maybe, or wood one. You never know.
We're going to have new swag to give out too. So that'd be cool.
Oh, snap.
For sure.
Hey, is Jennifer going to be there? Is Jennifer going to plan on being there?
Yep. We're going to have
Nice.
Jennifer there. Hopefully Jeff too. See.
Nice.
Let's see. So Smith is going to have new stuff. Henry's going to have some stuff. Canic's going to have some stuff. X-Tech's going to have some stuff. There's going to be how do I put this? It's a muzzleloader that's smokeless. That's interesting.
Is that possible?
I don't know. This guy's his name is Teeter. So if that says anything,
that sounds 100% legit. Then,
yeah.
Is his brother Cooter?
Yeah.
Are they from Hazard County?
He's from somewhere in North Carolina. I know that.
Clover, is a smokeless muzzle loader even a possible thing?
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
His name, it's like Precision Black Powder, I want to say it is. It's the name of the company. I have to find it.
Well, that would not be smokeless then, would it?
If it's black powder. Is that the name of the company, though?
It's the name of the company. I'm trying to find his booth. Or, you know what? Let me pull up this other page with all the vendors on it real quick. Let's see.
So black powder and smokeless are two totally different animals, and that black powder.
No, he was saying he's seen the black powder is like something is the name of the company, not necessarily
his name. The company's name is Black Pressure Solutions.
Black Pressure Solutions.
You know how you can load a cartridge, right? And there be space between the powder and the projectile. You know, it not be a compressed load. You do that with black powder, and it's got space in there, and you're going to have problems. That's why you pack your black powder, all your stuff, with the ramrod and pack it all down good.
I don't know. I couldn't find anything when I Google food it. So
yeah, he's a interesting gentleman.
Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, we're all. I mean, it sounds so funny that we're all. There's nothing being innovative. You know, maybe this is an innovative thing, especially. I mean, who would have thought to get innovative with muzzle loaders? You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that everything's been done that you can do with it. Maybe there's not. Maybe there is something.
I'm waiting on approval from the convention center, but it sounds like their Unit Solutions is going to be there, and they're going to have their non-lethal testing ARs there with the little paint rounds. Okay. That's going to have a shoot house, not shootout.
The shootout would be cool too.
Yeah.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Might screw Opie's insurance, but you know.
Op 51, I think, said they were going to do something. Samurai said they're going to do something.
Oh, cool.
This is one that I saw, and I've heard things about them, and they signed up Oriskany Arms.
Oriskany, yeah, it's through the Hyperion umbrella. Yeah, they do a lot of 1911 stuff. Really good at 1911 stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a booth. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of.
Is it just Oriskany, or did Hyperion?
No, just Oriskany. They reached out all by themselves. Yeah. Smoky Mountain Knife Works and Gunworks will be there for all your knife needs.
There you go.
Knives will be there too. Aegis Gun Care, you know, we love the people over there. There's going to be new exclusive GOA swag at Goals as well from 99. I don't know how exciting that gets people, but Next Level Manufacturing, Manus X will have their stuff set up. I will say this, I can't remember who it is. I feel so bad that I can't remember who it is. I want to say they have partnered up with Yehuda. And
who did he say that? Who was that?
It is
he mentioned it last week when he was in the chat.
Freedom Protection Gear will be doing
that. Definitely didn't sound like he remembered saying, but okay.
I want to say that's them. They will be doing Goals logoed and GOA logoed holsters on site.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So Kydex, I'm assuming.
Kydex, yeah.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool. I mean, there's going to be.
I know we talked about this, but it's been a long time. Now that we're inside a month, I know that there are people out there in the chat that are talking about they're going to be there. What are going to be? Are people going to be able to carry?
Yes.
In the convention center? I know we've mentioned it, but for those that don't remember from several months ago, I know that it took a while, but you want to kind of talk over what they can and can't do on premises?
Yeah, so the Knoxville Convention Center is technically a gun-free zone. It'll say so on their website, but in our contract, we fought with them tooth and nail that you are allowed to concealed carry. Yeah, for a while, concealed carry on property. So concealed carry is allowed. I've already talked to the holster company. No, do not pull your gun out for them to make you a holster. They have the molds and everything. I've asked them very nicely about that. So please, gun stays holstered unless something crazy happens. Let's see. There's Johnny B is going to do a Spicy Friday live on Friday night. So that'll be a free comedy show. Also, this is
Big John doing one?
No, Big John is not doing one. He's busy that weekend. I tried to get Big John.
I really at one point there was trying to get him.
Yeah, I really wanted to get Big John. We do have a concert person. I cannot say who yet because it hasn't been announced, but we do have a country artist doing the concert.
I hope it's not the chick that sang this national anthem at the All-Star game.
So funny you said that. We're talking on Monday. It was Eric Pratt and I were talking about the national anthem.
Look at him dropping Eric's name like it's his boss. Oh wait, he is your boss.
It is my boss. So Eric and I were talking about the national anthem, and both of us stopped the meeting to bring up the girl from the All-Star game to not to sing.
And then she comes out and says she was drunk. That's even worse. Like
that's worse.
Like, don't even say, well, I couldn't sing because I was drunk. Well, that's your own fault. If you knew, if it's true, which we know it's not, you just had a bad night. But it sounds even worse that you were getting drunk knowing that you're going to go sing the national anthem. That's just bad choices all around.
And then as of Monday or Friday, probably Monday, if I remember, all my days are going together. We have our cigar lounge sponsor. So there is going to be a cigar lounge in the smoking section at Goals. It's going to be outside. It is First Responder Cigar Company. So they give a donation to first responders. So
now I got to sit there and smell you guys smoking cigars every time I want to go smoke a cigarette. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta smell me smoking a pipe. So
yeah,
he's got to smell you in general. So yeah, but pipe smoke that smells good. Like I don't smoke a pipe, but I love pipe tobacco.
Anyways, the cigar. First Responder Cigar, they donate a lot of money to first responders. Charities.
I'm just giving shit out. I think it's cool. Yeah.
So they are going to be donating $1 per cigar sold to GOA as part of their sponsorship. We gave them the sponsorship for free, so they get to be the cigar lounge sponsor for free. They just donate $1 to us per cigar. So I'm really excited about that because go out and get a bunch of cigars from them. They help support us. They support first responders. So it's a good win-win. They also have a coffee company. We are not low on coffee companies. If you want coffee, we got it. So we've got First Responder Coffee, Blackout Coffee, a couple other different
coffee.
Operator Coffee has not. Anybody who's under the Hyperion.
Except for Riscany. That's interesting.
None of them have responded. So
interesting.
If they want to come, Scott, I still have booth space. You saw?
Yeah, you do. Scott wants to know, how about Montana Knife Works? Does that name ring a bell to you?
No, the only knife. There's 3 knife companies right now. There's We Civivi, which is one company. We have Smoky Mountain Knife Works that'll entitle a bunch of companies, and then we have Crate Tactical, which is the OTF company.
Okay.
And then we've got a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who else would be launching. Oh, Cox Arms will be there with their new.
Yeah, they will.
EMR too.
It's a great rifle.
Yeah, and Kyle will be there. We already said Kyle. We don't need to say Kyle again.
Kyle's going to be there. They're going to be front and center with their massive booth. There's no telling what they're bringing to the table.
I'm excited for Kyle to have a big booth. This is the biggest booth Anderson has ever done. This is
Wait.
setting.
Yes, Mike is coming. Mike is coming. So, yeah.
Are you gonna have the A2 pistol there, Kyle? Nod.
Kyle, you're muted, buddy. Can you hear us?
I don't think he can hear us.
Oh,
I think his earbuds died.
I don't know.
They're plugged in. He's just shaking the camera up and down.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Check. Mike, check.
Sorry, guys.
Can you hear us?
Everything froze up for a second there.
Oh, okay. Clover was asking if you're going to have the A2 pistol at Goals.
Yes, the A2 pistol will be at Goals.
At range day 2 or just in the booth?
Whoop, whoop.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I keep getting your connection's weak.
Yeah. Very good. G23 wants to about Co-Saint Arms. I don't know if they're going to be there. If they're going to be there, they might be in there with EAA doing some stuff. They kind of partner with.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Co-Saint. I'll call. You know what? I'm going to call Chase tomorrow and see if they want a booth. They can do their thing right next. I got a spot.
They're in North Carolina. They're in North Carolina. It's not too far from them.
How about which Jared? There's a lot of Jareds. Scott. I'm guessing he's saying guns.
The one he's thinking about is going to be there, unfortunately.
Oh, he's talking
Guns and
about
Gadgets. Yeah, he'll be
Guns
there.
and Gadgets, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yay.
Jared will be there. Okay, so media-wise, Brandon Herrera will be there. Ghost will be there. Clover will be there.
Damn straight.
John Lovell, Mr. Big Kid, Tactical Considerations, Mr. Guns and Gear, John Patton.
Oh hell, Patton's going to go after all.
Yeah, he's going.
Wow.
Sean, the whole We Like Shooting crew will be there. And they'll have. This is a cool thing. They're going to have an FRN booth too.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
That's going to be pretty cool, I think.
Yep.
We're going to have. Let's see who else. Media wise,
Snob Gizzard Gary will be there.
Gizzard,
golly,
Sarge,
Seth 4-0 will be there. Chris will be there. Is Chicago Mike gonna be there?
We reached out to him multiple times. He just decided. I heard something about a low bridge and a Swift truck. I don't know, man.
He's thinking Jared from Subway. I think he's still in jail, homie.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm pretty sure he's in prison.
What about a regular gun guy? I gotta say,
is he part of the gun camp people? Because I think all the gun camp people.
I have no idea what he's a part of.
So I'm really sad. The gun camp people are coming, but Twista is not. And I was trying to get Twista
the gun camp. I don't.
Twista's cool. You don't like Twista?
Nah, not particularly. I don't know who you're talking about. So,
Will Stetler from YouTube. I don't know who Will Stetler is.
I know there's Chicago Mike from YouTube. I didn't know anybody about Will Stetler.
Will Stetler. Maybe Stifler? Did you get Stifler to come?
So I saw something. I saw an interview.
Stifler's mom? Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
I actually
her best role was in Friends, by the way. For those that are,
she played
that was pretty funny.
Pretty decent role in Legally Blonde. Also, she did.
She plays those characters well. But
I'm taking the dog. Dumbass. Yeah. I saw a thing with I don't remember his name, the guy that played Stifler, and he said that it was a huge break for him in his career, obviously. But you know how much he made to make American Pie? He made $8,000. Now, luckily, that movie did well because it turned him into a pretty, there for a few years, he was a pretty hot guy, star. But he only made like $8,000. He's like, but that was the most I'd ever made as an actor. So he was like, that for me was huge.
That was a pretty low budget film.
It was a low budget film. It blew the fuck up, is what it did, for sure. All right. Yeah, go check out. I'm gonna put the website out there, but goals.gunowners.org. I'm gonna put that link out there into the chat.
Make a goal.
Check it out. Make a goal to get the goals. That's right.
Yeah, make it a goal to go to goals.
We're inside a month in Knoxville, Tennessee. Rocky Top itself is going to be there.
We're set. We got our house. So
yeah, we do. We do. You've talked a lot about the GOA and goals, John. Do you want to take a few minutes and talk a little bit about fully loaded reviews?
Yeah, fully loaded reviews. We're fully loading on those reviews. I was supposed to have a Sky video here soon. So yeah, we're gonna have a video here hopefully by end of the week on the Sky CPX3, and
I've seen some of the footage, and it's gonna be well worth the video to watch.
Oh, it's gonna be well worth the video. It's gonna be.
The Olympics got nothing on what this thing has been put through.
I mean,
shot puts, nothing. Discus, nothing.
Hey, I was a shot putter and discus thrower in high school. I only threw 123.
Of course you were. Holy shit, I almost choked. Of course you were.
Yeah. I threw 123 disc and 40-foot shot. So
that makes no sense to me whatsoever, but sure. Yeah, I'm happy for you, bro.
Those are decent numbers.
Those are the people that aren't athletes that just want to say they're athletes. I would go throw something.
I also ran the 400, the 200, and the 100.
Okay. Did you ever finish any of those races?
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. So the Sky video hopefully will be coming out soon.
Yeah.
What else you guys?
Not that anybody cares, but
not that anybody gives a damn. If you want to see some torturing of a Sky, it's pretty good. Oh, I'm sorry.
Torturing. It's not even torturing. It just
hawk to it. Maybe make it better give you hawk to it, baby.
Yeah, just give that hawk to it. I've got a unreleased 6.5 PRC rifle that we're gonna go test this weekend. The Mossberg 88 we're gonna go test this weekend. We've got a bunch of videos lined up on a bunch of handguns that still haven't been released, including the Shield Plus, the GX4, the AREX, the Grand Power, the Strybog, and then I also have a Smith & Wesson SD 2.0. I really want to see if they fixed.
I'm so disappointed that they had such problems with that. If they were going to come out, just name it something else. Just don't name it that. But I'm interested to see what you guys think of it.
I want to see if they fixed it. I want to see if it's
I hope so. It only took them 10 years. They should have fixed it, You're
not wrong.
I'm not. Terrible gun. Every company has bad guns. Let's just be real. But that was a colossal fail of a gun.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Anyways. All right, man. Go check out gunowners.org. Sign up for goals. Go check out Fully Loaded Reviews. Kyle, man, I know, like I said, thank you for coming in when you guys are out doing your thing. I want to give you a few minutes to talk about Anderson if you want, but also for those that weren't here at the beginning of the show, where you are, you're on location with a great organization. Talk about Hunting for Heroes. I want to put the link out there in the chat while you're talking about that as well.
Yeah, obviously go check out AndersonManufacturing.com. Check us out on socials at Anderson Manufacturing. But tonight, I want the main focus to be on Hunting with Heroes. Again, they don't have a website established, but you can find them on Facebook. Ghost's going to throw it down in the chat here. Doing a circuit, a series of circuit races here. We're going to be selling T-shirts, obviously hooking a lot of veterans up with some giveaway items, entering them in for a chance to win, some Henry Golden Boys, a couple other prize items. Trying to give back to the community the best I can, and this is one of the organizations that I could stand by and say they're legitimate. You don't got to worry about any of that scraping off the top type stuff.
You're taking time out. You're taking vacation days. That's what you think about this is you're you're doing this on your own. So obviously that speaks highly of what the organization's doing.
Yeah, and full disclosure, I mean, 3 years ago they reached out to me and took me on a pheasant hunt out here in Iowa, and I mean, man, like I said, that really kind of started the change for me to start hunting and find out, like, man, I really do find my peace out in nature. So definitely supporting a good cause. So give them a look, check it out. If not, give them a follow, like Ghost was talking about. Even if you can donate your time to a local veteran organization near you, go ahead and do that. Get out there and give back to the community, man. That's what it's all about.
It's something that's weird, and this is something that, and I don't know if it's everywhere, but I keep seeing it here in Arkansas popping up for ads and stuff. And it's something as simple as the VA hospital here in Little Rock are looking for volunteer drivers to literally run basically like a van route to pick up vets to bring to their appointments to the hospital. Something as simple as they're asking like 6 hours once a week, like a day, not every day, just a day a week. Donate 6 hours of your time to and you're basically just driving a van and you go down to different towns and there's a pickup spot to pick up different vets that can't get to their appointments. Something as simple as that, man. All you gotta do is drive, and there's a lot of things that you can do to help out the veteran community. And I tell you, I get a lot of emails and a ton of comments on different videos that I've put out there saying, I never served. I wish I did. That's kind of a common thing, but it's like, man, I really wish that I could help out the veteran. You can help out the veteran community.
Yes.
There's a lot of ways to help out the veteran community,
Yeah.
And what you're doing, man, I applaud you for that. That's awesome. I hope you're having a great time. I hope they raise a shit ton of money, man. I really do. It's a great cause and all that. So, tell them. I know that John Ginger has thrown out a booth. If they're interested, I would love maybe get them on the show sometime and let them kind of speak their piece and let people kind of give an idea of who they are and what they are and all that. So let them know if they want to come on anytime. I'm down for it. So
awesome. I'm sure they'd love that. And John, I cannot thank you enough, big guy. Thanks, man. That's awesome.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Chloe, I saw you unmute. What's up?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I saw you unmute. I didn't know if you wanted to jump in there.
Yeah, good.
Go check out Anderson Manufacturing. Put the link to the Hunting with Heroes, the Facebook link out there in the chat. So take a look at that. It's facebook.com/hunting with heroes. And that's the one that's in Iowa. So if you're trying to find one, look for the one that's in Iowa. There's also another one in Wyoming, but this one is in Iowa, and all that. Be safe. Be safe, bro. I know that you're coming home here soon, but be safe and don't do anything we wouldn't do.
I'll try, brother. Thank you for the opportunity. And as always, thanks for having me on. It means a lot.
Absolutely,
thanks.
brother. Absolutely, bro. Clove, what you got going on? I know you're here pretty soon. I don't know, in the next month or so, 2 months, maybe the podcast is going to be kicking back off, isn't it?
About a month, yeah.
About a month.
I think I've got 8 or 10 guests scheduled so far, with a few more to go to finish out the season. So it was a very productive day scheduling guests yesterday.
Yeah,
very productive. So we'll have it filled up by the end of the week, and then it's time to get all that on the schedule and set everything up in StreamYard. All that good stuff you have to do.
Thanks G23. He says $20 real quick, $20 for the men and women downrange. Appreciate you very much. I don't want to make it official, but I mean, we can kind of make it official. We had a meeting with the powers that be yesterday, and those of you that enjoyed and Ginger and Kyle were involved in it. They were guests and all that, but those of you that are interested and enjoyed the Ghost and Clover podcast live from SHOT Show this past year, we will be doing that at the Bursa booth again this year. And we got a couple different things we're going to do. We'll talk about that as we get closer, but there's going to be some cool things we're doing with it this year. So,
we're We're going to crank it up a notch or two.
A little bit. Hell yeah, we are.
There's no sense. It was such a success last year from the standpoint of the guests and them getting to meet each other and some collaborations that came out of that.
That's really what we're going for is hooking up organizations with the industry. I think that was hugely successful.
You know, and now we're going to see if we can raise a little money on top of that this year. So.
Not for us, for an organization / charity. Yeah, not for us.
For an organization. Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool. I got some ideas that we're going to do that'd be really cool for you guys, because you guys will be involved in that possibly.
Oh yeah, get to participate, and yeah, it might even do some things leading up to that.
You never know.
Who knows what you might see. Yeah, speaking of Ghost and Clover, we had that a couple evenings ago, so that is over on the Ghost and Clover channel. If you want to check that out, we were not all firearm topics, but that happens. That's usually the case, but if you want to just kick back and listen to what we think anyway, it's a fun show. Go check that out. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any content out this week, unfortunately.
The rain's here again, huh?
So I'm going to. I made a mistake, a business mistake last year. Big shout out and thanks to Infinity Targets, but I made a mistake and I sold range sponsorship entirely too cheap. So I'm locked into that. Otherwise, I would be calling the local handyman guy and redoing the range, where it actually is that plastic tin that the light can come through type stuff.
Yeah.
I would actually put a structured cover over the top of it instead of the awning type thing I have.
Yeah.
That way I could go out there and literally shoot in the rain.
Awnings don't like weather.
Yeah,
that's coming. Wind for sure.
Yeah, I mean, my concern at the time was blocking the sun, the sun.
Yeah.
Right, but then it got to be such a rainy year. I'm like, man, I should have just bit the bullet. Yeah. And I sold all that sponsorship way too cheap anyway, I think. I'm like, I should have just bit the bullet and put a structured top over it all, and I could have been done. So, but we're gonna move forward. We're gonna get that done eventually. Unless there's a really huge benefactor out there that wants to chip in. So
you never know.
I'll take it. Hit me up. Cash out me, man. Hit me on the cash apps.
We'll show for anyone.
Yeah, right. But hopefully the 0% are all next week. So, I'll have to buckle down and try to get it out, because there's a ton of stuff I gotta get done.
I understand.
I cannot go in to goals with all the opportunities that's likely to come out of that behind. I went into 2 shows now, basically behind. It's like,
I understand.
Not with the podcast and everything else going on. It's getting overwhelming. So, but plenty of stuff on the back catalog to watch if you're bored. Oh, and got the Discord. We're having a lot of fun. Big thanks to Wes. I don't know if he's out there watching, but Wes brought some stuff over on Discord to our attention the other night. Big thanks to Giz too. Gizzard Gary, who's helping me with the moderation and trying to set things up over there. But we had some settings way out of whack, and I don't know how long the Discord was jacked up. I haven't
touched my Discord in 3 or 4 years. There's no telling how jacked up mine.
It was hopping. I set it all back up. I got Gizzard and X3 out there. They hopped over, and they're Discord literate, so they helped me with a lot of it. And it was jumping fine for, I don't know, probably a week. I mean, members were coming in. It was conversation. It was going well. And then I noticed for a couple of days, it was nothing. Like I was the only person posting. And then Wes finally chimed in to one of the channels, and he was like, how come I can't see content in any of the channels? And we're like, what? And so there was a setting that I'm Discord stupid. That's why I have the mods. But
I'm just stupid. So.
There was a setting that got all jacked up that would not allow the members to see post history.
Oh.
So it looked like those channels were completely empty. But that should be fixed now. and there's I think there's 40 or 50 people over there hanging out. So
there you go. Yeah.
Over the last week. So hopefully that continues to build. And
I don't understand Discord, so I never put that much effort into it because I just didn't understand
it. My thoughts is find you a couple of folks like I did that are willing to help you do it, and then all you have to do is go over there and post. That's basically what I do, is just go over there and answer questions or post some things every now and then or whatever.
So
if I need anything done, I ask them.
So I was talking to an industry friend over the weekend. We had a good talk, and TikTok came up. And he was talking about, are you on TikTok? And I was like, no. And he was like, are you on TikTok? And I was like, man, I've heard they hate gun stuff. Like, he's like, oh no, man. Like, I've been on there for a while and they've never had a problem with any stuff that I put. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, you should try it. And I was like, okay. So I went over to TikTok, started an account. He said, just go find like 2 or 3 of like shorts that you put out on YouTube or reels that you put on Instagram, and just upload them and don't promote them. Just kind of organically see what happens. And I was like, okay, sure. We'll try it. So I opened it. If you're out there and you want to follow on TikTok, I can't imagine I'm going to put anything out there again, but it's Ghost Tactical Actual. That would be my, my TikTok handle. But I put up like 2, I think I put 2, reels or shorts that I had, and I just uploaded those to TikTok. And because my buddy says I've been doing it for a while, they've never had an issue with any gun stuff. And I was like, I've heard there's been nightmares with gun stuff. Within an hour, both of my initial videos on TikTok were deleted. So I don't know if I'm ever going to be back on TikTok again, but you never know.
Yeah, I had the same experience, by the way.
Within an hour, it was gone. So
yeah, I do not TikTok. So
there is a Ghost Tactical Actual TikTok channel, but I suspect that I won't be putting much over there.
I say we start a Ghost and Clover TikTok where it's just the dancing stuff.
There could be a Ghost and Clover TikTok with just the Ghost and Clover clips from the Ghost and Clover that are not gun related. Actually, I think you can talk about guns. You just can't show them.
Yeah, from the Ghost and Clover.
Yeah,
show.
I was 100% shooting guns, 100%. But
yeah, State of the Second's on TikTok, and it's one of our largest growing platforms.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but thanks, Jay. Appreciate you, bud. But yeah, within an hour they were both deleted, and I was like, well, what the hell?
Ghost, I'm going to do something. And this is between you and Clover, both of you. Okay. For Ghost and Clover podcast. If there's any people who don't have a membership and want to go to goals, I'll give you, the 2 of you combined, 5 memberships to give away between now and goals.
Oh, snap. Really?
5 1-year memberships. Do with it what you would.
Couple of them every show until we only got 3 weeks, so we got, I don't know.
The person who's getting it has to go to goals. That's the only caveat.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
In other words, if they don't show up, they don't get it.
They'll get it. They have to get it before goals, so that we get them pre-registered and everything. But yeah, or we get them pre-registered or whatever. They can get it before goals. They'll get the little certificate and get them added.
We can maybe give like 3 of them away on the next show, and then maybe do something on X or something. Each of us can put a little thing up there on X and see. I don't know, or Instagram or TikTok for all I care. I don't know.
We can burn them. How many Ghost and Clovers do we have before then?
There's not one this week. So then there'll be 2 of them. 2 of them.
Well, if we move one, there's 2. Because we've got one that night. Would be on one.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it that Sunday night because
so we'll have to do one.
I'll be driving home because someone scheduled my panel Sunday at 3:00.
So
we'll have to double up. We can double up between the 3 weekends between now and then. We could double up.
I got no problem.
That would give us 2 opportunities.
I can't do it this Sunday, but We can do it the rest of the way
or something. Yeah.
Fluffy, you're good to go. By the way, the one that you got, Chris gave me all your info. I gave it to the team. They get your memberships. You're already in the membership database. They just don't. We don't have anything to send you yet.
Maybe do 2. Yeah.
Just Fluffy, log in or call the office. They have your membership. It's all done. You just call and ask them for a new membership card. They'll get you a membership card out. Or if you had a previous membership, you're not going to get a new card, but you're good.
There you go.
We could go 1 apiece on the next 2 episodes. That would be 4.
There you go.
And then we could turn around, and then that would still give us 3 apiece to do whatever we want to.
There's 5 total, not 5 each. 5 total.
Oh, is it 5 total?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we could do 1 each and then do 3 through the show, or we can figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
That's awesome. Thank you, John. So be on the lookout for the Ghost and Clover podcast coming up in the next few weeks, because here you go. Get you a GOA membership and a free entry into goals.
Yep. Cool.
Hells bells. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Great conversation tonight. Great conversation on the chat. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're out there watching this in replay or listening to podcast, we do invite you every Tuesday night at 7 Central, 8 Eastern to join us live. And we record this live in front of a live studio audience, if you will call it that. But yeah, bring your friends, bring the popcorn, bring the diet sodas, whatever you want to eat and drink. It's a great conversation. The people that are here every week in the chat, fantastic. If you're new to the gun community, you're learning and you want to meet some people, this is a really cool place to do that. So we invite you into the assault raffle. There you go, Ed. I like that. The assault raffle. I like that. But yeah, come on in. More importantly, there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now politically. A lot of stuff. You saw today that the director of the Secret Service, surprise, resigned. Still haven't seen Biden since he stepped down.
Yeah, there was a video earlier of him.
I heard that wasn't like recent. They just put that out. I heard that wasn't like today or anything. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. There's a lot of conspiracy shit going on. So
yeah,
there was a conspiracy this morning that said that he was in hospice. I don't believe that. I think that's been debunked by now. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. Most importantly, though, stay in tune with what's going on politically, and whether 2A or just with the presidential election, stay informed, stay educated. This is going to be a pretty crucial, not just with the presidency, but you've got Congress. All congressional seats are up. Half the Senate seats are up. You've got state and local elections coming up. All very, 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 very important. Make sure that your elected representatives are doing their jobs. And if they're not, like I said, it's going to be crucial this year to really make sure that the right people are in the places that they need to be. Most importantly, get to the range, be more proficient with your firearms, enjoy your freedoms of being American, one of which is to keep and bear arms. We will see you next week. Semper Fi.